afternoon. We begin with this emotional moment happening recently at PDX. University of Portland basketball player JoJo Walker welcoming his family from Puerto Rico after all the devastation of Hurricane Maria. And now JoJo's team joins in helping him and his family, well, really others too. UOP set to host a fundraiser on the court to raise money for the hurricane relief efforts. We're so happy to welcome in studio JoJo Walker and head coach of the Pilots and Blazer great, Terry Porter.
Terry Porter!
You've heard that a few times, huh, JoJo? So, JoJo, let's start with your family's story. What happened in the hurricane with them?
Well, we knew that the hurricane was coming, and I tried to bring them over here, but my family, like, stubborn. No, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah. They wanted to stay.
Yeah, my mom was telling me everything's gonna be okay, so I don't get worried or whatever. But I see the news, I can read, I see all that's going on, and after the first hurricane, like, Puerto Rico was bad, but not as bad as when the second one happened. When the second one happened, like, Puerto Rico got pretty much destroyed. Yeah. And then my mom couldn't hide it from me. She was like, the thing that really hurt me when what she said, she was like, I hope you remember Puerto Rico the way it was when you came, because it'll never be the same. That's the thing that, yeah.
So you brought them up recently for a visit. They stayed for about a week, and now they're back down in Puerto Rico. That must have been tough to see them go back. And what are conditions like now for them?
Well, when it recently happened, like, it was hard to get gasoline and like gas and stuff. My mom said she was under the sun for like 4 hours trying to get, and to get food, it's really rational. So you got to get whatever you're gonna eat at the moment. You can't get more because they don't have a lot of food coming in.
So they have to go through those processes of standing in line every single day, it sounds like.
Pretty much.
Coach, tell us how UP and how the team and the players are trying to help out with relief efforts.
Well, yeah, you know, we're definitely, whenever you have a family member come across some hard times, you want to try to support them in any way you can. And so we thank Eastern Washington first for coming over and playing this game. But what we've been trying to provide for JoJo during this difficult time from his families and his loved ones back in Puerto Rico is just an opportunity. He feels like he can help them and support them, and he feels he can do this game. And so his game's been great. And just
the game is Sunday against Eastern Washington at the Child Center.
Correct, 5 p.m.
And so the money raised there will help with relief efforts.
Correct, and obviously Puerto Rico wasn't the only places that got hurt during the hurricane season. So Red Cross will take it and distribute to all the different places that they need it. But the most important thing for us is obviously just to show love for Puerto Rico. We have someone who's gone through it face to face and in regards to just hearing about it every day.
And new to campus, because JoJo, you're just a freshman.
Yeah, I'm a freshman.
What do you think about Portland? Tell us about Portland, UP. You a happy guy?
I'm a happy guy. It's just a little different, like seeing like the weather and stuff, how it changes.
The weather.
JoJo, it's only just started.
Puerto Rico's a little better, at least now.
So JoJo, I mean, dealing with all of that, you've got school, you've got sports, practice. I mean, that must have been a lot to have to manage when this all happened.
Yeah, it was hard for me just to be able to sleep. Like, I couldn't talk to my family for like a week and a half. So my mom calls me every day. So like not having my mom call me every day was tough for me to like concentrate. But I got through it. And
was there a period of time you didn't know if your folks were okay?
Yeah, I didn't know. I couldn't text them. I couldn't call them. I didn't
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Coach, I think this is such a great example of sports transcending what happens on the court and the lessons that can be learned for JoJo and really his teammates. And really, what do you hope that is? What are you trying to instill in the players there?
I think when you talk about young man and you talk about teaching them life lessons, this is a life lesson. You go about your day every day and something hits you that no one expected. You can anticipate these type of life kind of threatening moments. But what you can do is go about trying to help as best you can, try to teach the importance of supporting people when they face some very difficult situations. And that's what we talk about. It's kind of like in basketball, obviously on a smaller scale. There's moments in games where, things happen and you have to respond to some adversity. And so this is one of those moments where basketball crosses into life. And so it's just one of those special times. And like anything, as they go through life, they have a support crew, and our basketball team is like a family for them, and we try to support them as much as we can off the court as well as on the court.
You're also dealing, though, in the process with some NCAA regulations in terms of how much you can help a player like JoJo and his family. So did you have to get some, special rules with this?
Well, yeah, the NCAA really allowed a team, obviously a university, to go and support a family and bring them to campus and get away them out of harm's way. Otherwise, we wouldn't be allowed to do that. So we thank the NCAA, we thank the University of Portland, and for allowing this to happen. For, you know, again, JoJo's family get a chance to see him, get away from the hardships they've been faced with, and kind of get some normalcy for a little bit. And you know, his dad's a coach, so his dad liked the idea of coming to practice, and seeing his son go to work and
Well, we
seeing
need a
practice.
win
So
this
it's really
weekend
good.
now.
And a chance to see the top 10 recruiting class
There
on
you go.
the court.
Yes, you're very
Pilots.
optimistic about this recruiting class, including JoJo, correct?
Yeah, we're very excited about it. I mean, my coaching staff has been tremendous. They've done a great job of identifying players we feel it's going to be important for us going forward to compete in our conference. And we feel great that our class got recognized as one of the better classes in the nation. And now it's just
great.
Now we got to go to the floor and put in the work.
Yeah, and your Blazers have set the bar pretty high with their strong start, so all the best to the Pilots to do the same. Hey, that benefit game is happening on Sunday at the Child Center at 5 o'clock. The Pilots will take on Eastern Washington, and all the money raised there
That's great.
going to relief efforts through the American Red Cross.